Ashland team was a little delayed in getting here. I think it's always takes it longer to get from Norwood to Ashland than you might expect. I'm Eric Bodenhofer here with Joe Panola, looking forward to a fun 4 quarters of freshman basketball.
It should be real exciting, and these teams come in, Ashland walks right into the gym, and they are ready to go today, Eric.
I'm hoping they did some warm-ups on the bus, right?
Well, let's see. They seem to be pretty well prepared to play. For Ashland, they start off with Daniel Schwartz, number 5, holding the ball. Gives it over to Adam Rossoff, number 3. Here's number 14, Josh Sight. Sight now back out to Schwartz, and Giacomo Saratori getting the start tonight for Norwood. He gets right involved in that play.
Yeah, I think Giacomo always brings really strong defense to the Norwood side of things, and showing it right there.
Nice to see Giacomo getting the start. Connor Curran, Michael Curran also on the court for Norwood, as is David Brown and Joey Manning. Here's the shot from number 11, Tyler Robinson, doesn't go. Connor Curran collects the rebound, and he'll slow things down a bit. Gives it up for David Brown. Here's Michael Curran. Basically hands it off for Brown again. Brown closely guarded by an Ashland player. And here's a nice step. Coming the other way for Ashland is Tyler Robinson. And Robinson will go down and draw the foul against Norwood.
Yep, so I think it's pretty obvious they stepped off the bus ready to play.
They came ready to go, and Tyler Robinson now will try to make it an and one situation. And the free throw is good. Tyler Robinson starting the scoring off for Ashland. For those of you watching from Ashland, you may not have seen many basketball games this year, but the rules are a little bit different, including why you saw only 4 players in the key there vying for a potential miss. Now, Robinson made that a moot point, but we might see some of that. And it looks like Norwood will turn the ball. No, they'll take a timeout, excuse me.
Yeah, I think Norwood just seems a little confused to start off, and maybe some of that is the fact that they do have 2 of their regular starters on the bench, so maybe a little discombobulated there, and coach just wants a timeout, get them settled, and see if they can get back into this.
Yeah, we're going to see a shorthanded roster for Norwood tonight. Only 7 players in there for Coach Cam Fox, so it'll be interesting to see how he works the rotation in and how he gets his players some breaks. It's got to be hard to play with those masks and doing all the running they're going to be doing.
Absolutely. Thankfully, 4 quarters, you get a breather here and there, and these are young guys. They can run.
They seem like they'll be ready to go. A lot of the same crew is out there for Ashland. Adam Rossoff, number 3. Daniel Schwartz, number 5. Robinson, who just hit the free throw, number 11. Also on the court is Matthew Terry, number 20. As we see a travel committed there by Giacomo Saratori, the Ashland team claps it up. And Josh Sight, number 14, who will be the one to inbound it for Coach John Noel for the Clockers. Here's Rossoff. Now gets it out to his point guard, Schwartz. Kicks it over to Sight. Sight guarded by Manning. Connor Curran really close against Terry here. Works it on the inside. And getting the bucket to go is 14, Josh Sight.
So yeah, Ashland off to this quick 5-0 lead. And Norwood really just looking a little out of sorts. Ashland's really bothering them on the defensive end. Oh, but
Joey Manning takes it inside. He will get that to go. And it's number 15 that opens the scoring for the Mustangs. 5-2 Ashland here in the early going. About 6:20 remaining. Robinson now, bounce pass over to Terry. Joey Manning tries to pick his pocket, doesn't do it. Kicks it over to Sight. Sight doesn't get that to go. And a hard-fought rebound. Nice job by Giacomo Saratori to win that.
Yeah. Definitely went up strong for that. Came down with the ball. It was good.
Connor Curran tries a fadeaway jump shot. Joey Manning, Giacomo Saratori coming in, and he will earn the jump ball.
No, I think he will get called for over the back.
Oh, excuse me, he is. I got excited for a second that he had made some great play. And
our angle was a little odd on that, but yeah.
Good effort from 21, though, for Norwood, although he will commit the foul and pick up his first foul of the evening. Now a couple players, both of the Currans, guarding Robinson.
Curran Twin Towers there.
And you saw Michael Curran point to the sideline, showing that he had gone out of bounds. David Brown now will bring it up for the Mustang freshman squad. Tight defense being played by Tyler Robinson, number 11. Michael Curran trying to direct traffic. He gets Joey Manning at the top of the key. Now Brown, with 3 seconds on the shot clock, will put it up. It won't go. The whistle sounds, but Norwood's still fighting for it. And eventually it'll be the Clockers that come the other way.
Nice hustle from Giacomo Serratore there to come back and force the Ashland player to pick up his dribble and then lead into the travel. Well done there. And a number of second chances down the other end, just couldn't get that ball to fall.
Yeah, the offensive rebounding looking really good for Norwood. Robinson took just one step too many on that case. Andrew Clay, number 52, now will enter the game for the Clockers, as it looks like he will give Terry a little bit of a rest. Joey Manning, a strong pass over to Michael Curran. Brown, the one-hand pass inside to Manning. Dishes to Curran, and he's right there for the easy bucket. Michael Curran on the board.
And nice ball movement there from Norwood.
Now coming back the other way, hard battle there for Daniel Schwartz. The Ashland player goes down. Andrew Clay on the ground, surrounded by a trio of Mustangs.
The refs are definitely going to let these boys play a bit.
It is getting a little chippy down there. It looks like one of the Norwood players will come away with the foul. It appears that it'll be Michael Curran picking up his first. Now Adam Rossoff inbounds for Josh Sight. Sight already has a field goal made today. Back over, Rossoff trying to make something happen. Dishes it inside for Clay. Back out beyond the arc for Sight. Here's Rossoff, makes a move inside, kicks it back out for Robinson. Now back to Clay. Taking the three is Schwartz, and he gets it to go.
That was good defense by Norwood, but even better ball movement there by Ashland to find the open man for the three.
Ashland really moving the ball around very well and eventually got the open shot from Daniel Schwartz, who was nothing but net on that. Now David Brown drives inside and looks like he'll draw the foul. Foul will go against number 52, Andrew Clay, his first of the evening for Ashland. And David Brown will shoot two.
The way David was holding that ball as he was going to the net, I almost thought he was going to dunk. Yeah, it held up high.
Brown hits the first of the free throws. And Eric, a little bit strange to see nobody in the key there. Again, we've been used to that over these last couple games, but if you're just tuning in from Ashland, a bit of a strange sight.
Yeah, it feels like every first three free throws are technical.
It certainly was not, and Brown is true from the charity stripe. He hits his second free throw, and the score is 8-6 now as Norwood cuts a bit into the Ashland lead. Schwartz now, a little bit of a give and go. He was trying to communicate with Josh Sight after the give and go with Brendan Pelletier, who's now in the game.
Yeah, you can see what Ashland was trying to do there, just couldn't quite connect on it, but some nice cutting to the basket there.
Their passing has been real crisp in the early going. Quincy Carter has checked in now for Ashland. He was the one just guarding David Brown. Now Norwood trying out some passing. Joey Manning almost gets it to go. Michael Curran collects the rebound. Serratore. And now here's Joey Manning back out for Brown, guarded closely by Carter for the Clockers. And David Brown will settle it down with about 18 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Couple Mustangs moving down low, out for Curran. And he just had that ball stolen from him. Taking it right out of the hand and going the other way is Josh Sight. And it looks like Connor Curran will pick up the foul, much to his disappointment.
Yeah, I'm not sure he actually even touched anything there, but yeah, I think from the ref's position, it did look like he got him on the wrist.
And Sight will attempt the two free throws. Norwood
really seems to have a height advantage here that they just haven't yet really been able to take advantage of. You know, they're definitely out, getting the second chances with the offensive rebounds and going inside has been somewhat successful, but credit Ashland for playing swarming defense on the perimeter and really making it hard for those entry passes.
Sight gets a little help from the rim as he gets the second one to go. And we'll see a substitution for Ashland as Sight will get some well-deserved rest. And number 33, Matt Kalaga, will enter the game for the Clockers. David Brown now will bring it up for the Mustangs, kicks it over to Joey Manning. Kalaga, the newly entered player, almost gets a block off, but Manning with a nice second chance pass to David Brown, who gets it to go.
Yeah, some nice ball movement there. And I'm excited to see Kyle Willis playing Quincy Carter here. I think we got two water bug pests guarding each other.
There's Kyle Willis. Speaking of number 4, those two have demonstrated a lot of quickness. Now back out to David Brown, who's been the distributor for the Mustangs. Here's Michael Curran guarding by Pelletier, and a little bit of a bouncing ball, and Curran gets it to go for his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and again, I think starting to use that size a little more effectively, kind of used the body to get around his defender and then drove hard to the basket.
Pelletier with a nice take, taking on a couple players, and he will draw the foul for the Clockers. That foul will go against Michael Curran. That'll be his second of the evening. And Brendan Pelletier will shoot 2.
Yeah, Norwood's racking up the fouls. They might want to be a little careful about that given their short bench.
Pelletier gets the first to go. Yeah, very short bench, and they are already at 5 team fouls here in the first quarter.
Yeah, they're going to put Ashland in the bonus for quite a part of this game if they don't watch themselves.
Here's the second shot, and Pelletier sinks both. The Clockers are 4 of 5 from the free throw line already tonight. Nice shooting from them as a team, and you got to think Coach Noel likes that one. Joey Manning with a nice take inside. He gets it to go. And Manning makes it a 12-11 Norwood lead, and we'll have some subs.
And I think an Ashland timeout actually is Ashland's coach maybe not happy seeing Norwood crawl back into this and then take the lead there. So, and they've done so on a number of drives just like that. So I'm sure probably talking about how to cut those off and not give them those driving lanes.
Norwood has taken it inside a whole lot, and we've really seen them benefiting from that as they've been able to get a lot of good looks really close to the rim. And we'll see if Coach Noel wants to change up his defense a little bit here. It looks like we're going to get a couple new players in for Coach Cam Fox's Norwood squad. We see him talking it over. Jeremy Tendo, it looks like, will enter.
So it's interesting seeing the two huddles and the disparate size in these teams. Ashland definitely has the numbers, and if they can keep Norwood running, then tire them out in the second half.
And that timeout will end. It looks like we'll have Clay, Kulaga, Carter, Pelletier, and number 15, Saran Pacha is now in the game for the Clockers. Kyle Willis, very eager to get back into the game for the Mustangs. He'll be out there along with Michael Curran, Connor Curran, Joey Manning, and Jeremy Tendo. Norwood with a 12-11 lead, about 2:10 to go here in the first quarter of action. Andrew Clay will inbound it to Quincy Carter. Good matchup between him and Kyle Willis, and Willis will get called for the reach. Kyle Willis will pick up his first foul, and Eric, that's the 6th already on Norwood.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure Coach Fox is happy to see aggressive defense, but maybe not quite that aggressive.
Here's the inbound pass now to Pacha. Pacha guarded by Tendo, kicks it out to Quincy Carter. The pick is set for him by Pelletier. Carter almost loses it, and he will travel on his attempt to keep it in bounds.
Good defense there by Kyle Willis on him that time, and overall on the Norwood defenders keeping the passing lanes clogged.
Now Kyle will get his duty as the point guard for Norwood. Picks up his dribble a little early, gets it over now to Connor Curran. Michael Curran tries to set a pick for him. Connor back out, goes off the chest of Willis. Again, a good matchup with Quincy Carter right there as Coach Noel comes over, puts his hands up for the Clockers. Joey Manning dishes to Connor Curran. Back out to Manning and a scramble, and it's Kulaga that will come the other way with it for the Clockers. Bounce pass for Pacha, puts up the long teardrop shot, doesn't go. Rebound is collected by Kulaga, back out again, and Pacha tries to go in, doesn't go again. Battle for the rebound, and eventually it's Joey Manning that settles it. Coach Cam Fox very animated on those
Yes.
sidelines, isn't he?
You know, an impressive little move, Sharon Pasha there, you know, after the miss and with the rebound by Manning, he didn't give up and almost stripped that ball away. So,
Yeah, he
lesson,
missed the
keep with
shot,
it.
and he came right back for that rebound. 6 seconds left in the shot clock as Tendo holds it for Norwood. Now dishes it off to Curran. Connor Curran's got to get something up. And it looks like he's going to draw a foul against the Clockers.
So he'll go for 2, and with the first shot, he gets the empty key.
And nobody out there as Connor Curran will attempt his first free throw. Off the back rim doesn't go, and Curran will now attempt a second. Looks like we'll get a couple subs in the game for Norwood. Number 21, Giacomo Serratori is back, and number 3, Matthew Clark now has entered. A little bit out of view on your screen, but you'll see him in just a moment. Connor Curran hits the second free throw, and he has his first point of the night. 32 seconds left. Tendo almost gets his hands in the way of that pass.
Twice he does.
Now tips one.
Oh, and again, strips him from behind.
Coming
Quick
away
hands
with
from
it now is
Tendo.
Clark. And a scramble for the ball. Joey Manning is at the bottom of it, and it looks like possession arrow will favor the Clockers. Yeah, Jeremy Tendo really got in there on a couple of plays there, didn't he?
Quick hands there, quick hands.
Nice work from number 1 for the Mustangs. 17.2 seconds left. The shot clock is off. It'll be Serratori to inbound it over Kulaga. Tries to throw it up for Joey Manning. Manning has to retreat. Now inside, Connor Curran makes a really nice post move and gets it to go.
Yeah, that was a strong, powerful move to the rim there, and finished well, and then gets the and one. So
really nice shot by Connor with his right hand there, and he's going to get right back to the line where we just saw him. It feels like 20 seconds ago.
yeah, I think we actually did. Let's see if we can get the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
That one will not go.
Oh.
And we've got a foul on the battle for the rebound. It looks like it will go against Giacomo Serratori off the Curran miss. That is Serratori's second foul of the evening. 8.8 seconds. The Clockers will try to get a bucket here to close out the first quarter. It's Carter now. Dishes it over for Clay. Inside to Pacha. And some nice defense there by Connor Curran. The shot doesn't go, and the first quarter ends with a 15-11 Norwood advantage.
Yeah, I have to say the way this game started, I wouldn't have necessarily pegged Norwood to have the 4-point lead at the end of the first quarter, but they did a good job of settling back into their game, taking advantage of their, I think their size advantage, and really making Ashland pay for that. I think in a way, and credit to Ashland, they kept playing this game, swarming defense, making things difficult quite often for Norwood, and some great ball movement on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, Ashland's ball movement looks fantastic. They're really moving around real well. And Norwood, the looks near the basket that they're getting have been impressive.
Absolutely. Also a little surprising that the foul differential is the way it is. Just you would think that Ashland, not having played this is their second game of the season, that they'd be the ones reaching a little bit more and a little rusty. And in fact, it's been the opposite. They've been, until the end of that quarter, playing a pretty clean sheet. And now they're in the bonus already with Norwood having 7 fouls. So,
well, we will start the second quarter. Ashland will already be in the bonus. And Eric, that's got to be a credit to Coach John Noel for the Clockers. How well his team came prepared with all of these new rules and not committing a lot of fouls in the early going.
yeah, absolutely.
Looks like Norwood will have Giacomo Serratori, Michael Curran, Joey Manning, David Brown, and Connor Curran out there for Coach Cam Fox. For John Noel's Clockers, Daniel Schwartz will re-enter the game, as will number 11, Tyler Robinson, Josh Sight, number 14, Matthew Terry, number 20, and number 3, Adam Rossoff. So Noel going back with his 5 starters to begin the second quarter.
Yeah, and they'd started well. Oh, Giacomo Serra.
What an aware play. Oh, that doesn't go. Saratori with a nice steal. Coming away with it was Schwartz. Throws a long lob pass in for Rossoff. And finishing at the other end and looking for the foul is Adam Rossoff. He'll get the bucket, but not the foul call.
Oh, that's unfair. I mean, Giacomo Saratori made a great defensive play, just couldn't get the bucket at the other end, and then it led to that fast break opportunity for Ashland, which they, capitalized on. And credit to them.
It's a shame that such a good defensive play doesn't result in points for the Mustangs, but good energy there from Saratori. Ashland will keep the ball, and then it will now be Matthew Terry to inbound it. Coach Cam Fox trying to get his team to be aggressive on defense. Now inside to Tyler Robinson. Robinson loses it, but it looks like the aggressiveness will cause a foul to go against Norwood, and it'll be David Brown picking up his first of the evening. His second, excuse me.
And so since Ashland's in the bonus, they're at the line, 1-1.
And that'll be Tyler Robinson to attempt the free throw. He's 1 of 1 from the line tonight. And that's why we're seeing the players in the key. They'll battle if there's a miss because of the 1-1. Robinson, though, boy, Eric, he looks like a really good free throw shooter.
He does. Nothing but net there. Nice rainbow shot right into the cylinder there.
And for you folks in Ashland, we're not trying to jinx him. We
No,
are just
no,
very impressed with...
Maybe a little bit we're trying to do some.
Here's the second shot.
And it doesn't work.
See, it's all a hoax. There's no announcer jinx, is there?
All right, so Ashland very quickly back into a tie game with Norwood.
15-15, 7-12 left to go. Michael Curran guarded by Terry. Now dishes to Connor Curran inside. And Connor Curran will get the bucket to go. A couple games after we saw him shooting a lot from three, Connor Curran has looked great down low.
He certainly has.
Here's now out to the point for Robinson. Another big arcing shot. Joey Manning goes up against Terry. And those two exchange some pleasantries. We will see the possession arrow, I believe, favor the Clockers. I don't believe I saw a foul called on that one.
No, I guess they are calling a foul. I think the... Oh, no, maybe not. No. Oh, okay, so they did call it a jump ball.
Actually, I'm sorry, the possession arrow favors Norwood, but yeah, no foul on that. And
yeah.
Joey looked like he almost wrapped him up.
I know.
A little bit of frustration, I think, from number 15, but he hustles back down the other way. Here's Michael Curran now. Blocked out by Matthew Terry. Now a couple players, a little bit of miscommunication for Norwood. Rossoff tries to not lose his dribble and attempts a long three. Adam Rossoff is good, and it is an 18-17 Clocker lead. Connor Curran comes back the other way for the Mustangs, sparks out some signals, gives it up to Michael Curran, now back to Connor. Connor inside, a nice feeding pass for Saratori, and it looks like Giacomo will draw the foul on the Clockers. That will be Josh Sight picking up the foul, his first of the contest.
Just shooting two.
And Giacomo's first shot is good. He is on the board.
Very nice.
First point of the night is for number 21, as he'll try to make it 2. Norwood has knotted things up at 18. Second shot is no good. The rebound comes out to Sight. Josh Sight the other way for 3. No good. Michael Curran collects the rebound. Joey Manning now secures it and gives it back to his point guard, David Brown. 5:55 to go here. We're in the second quarter of action in a tie game between Norwood and Ashland. Connor Curran back for Saratori. Giacomo Saratori gives it up for David Brown. Guarded there by Robinson. Tyler Robinson trying to stick with him. Brown eventually gets a pass off to Saratori. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Giacomo throws it up as the shot clock expires. And the Mustangs will hustle back the other way.
Yeah, good defense from Ashland there, just giving Norwood nothing.
Nice take there by Daniel Schwartz. That doesn't go. And intercepting the pass is Sight. He'll get a friendly bounce from the basket And Josh Sight has his 5th points of the evening. 20-18 Ashland, 5 minutes to go. David Brown working against Tyler Robinson. Robinson real close, not letting him go anywhere. Inside to Michael Curran. Matthew Terry on him. Michael throws it back up for Connor Curran. A very high dribble for number 11. Kicks it over to Brown. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And we'll see a foul, I think, against number 5, Daniel Schwartz.
I'm just curious if it really helps to be screaming the countdown on the clock for the players. It makes me stressed here. I don't have to shoot.
Yeah, perhaps a little stressful on that.
But, I think Ashland this quarter has done a much better job of cutting off those lanes to the basket. Norwood has not been able to drive, with the ease that they had earlier. Curious that was considered an on-the-ground foul. I really thought it was in the motion of shooting, but
it looks like it will be. The foul will also be charged to Josh Sight, number 14, instead of Schwartz. Michael Curran trying to do some battle to kick this ball out. He does to Joey Manning. And now David Brown going up against Pacha. Brown takes on a couple players, dishes. Manning doesn't get it to go. Connor Curran attempts the tip in, and he will draw the foul.
Yeah, Connor had good position there, and the Ashland player had really no option other than to go over the back on that. And I think if he hadn't, it would have given Connor probably a clear path back up to the basket.
So perhaps a good foul. The foul is on number 11, Tyler Robinson. The first does not go for Curran, and we will see Kyle Willis sub into the game as Joey Manning checks out. There'll be a battle in the key for a potential miss. Number 40, Arush Sharman, has entered for the Clockers. He and Terry will battle. The second doesn't go, but Curran collects his own rebound from the line. And it looks like, I think the ref put his hand up, but I didn't hear a whistle.
No, I didn't either.
And eventually
favors the Clockers there.
Eventually will be a jump ball, no foul. We see Terry check out. Number 42, Kevin Botsis, is now in the game for Ashland. And Pacha, all alone, he'll try to inbound it. He eventually gets it off to Botsis, who just entered. Now taking on a couple players. Pacha coming the other way, tries to get it to go. It won't, but he'll make his way to the line.
Oh, and that's Curran's third foul of the game.
Sharon Pacha shooting 2. Gets the first to go, and he is on the board tonight. Looks like we'll have Giacomo Serratori checking in. Coach Fox keeping Curran in the game with those 3 fouls.
Yeah, I think he wanted to give Manning the rest, and if he takes Curran out, he lost a lot of his height there. So
Pacha's second free throw is good, a good-looking shot.
Yeah, Ashland's been really good at the line.
They have been fantastic. 22-18, a Clocker advantage. That free throw shooting, as you mentioned, Eric, has looked great, and their passing has looked even better.
Absolutely.
Now Kyle Willis tries to move inside. It looks like he will draw a foul. I feel like we've seen a lot of fouls this game, haven't we?
Absolutely.
So Kyle Willis will go to the line now with Norwood in the bonus. The foul will be charged to Kevin Botsis, number 42, his first of the game. And it does not go for Willis. We'll see a couple subs. David Brown and Connor Curran. I think they were just waiting near the sideline.
Yeah.
But Quincy Carter will re-enter the game for Ashland, as will Brendan Pelletier, number 12. And here's Kyle Willis' second. It's no good. And it looks
violation because it didn't hit the rim.
Yeah, the violation, I think they had too many folks in there. Botsis was the one who came away with the rebound initially, but regardless, Ashland will keep the ball. Carter now dishes it over to Sharon Pacha. back to the point. Here's Pelletier. Pelletier over to Sharman inside. And Connor Curran now back the other way for Norwood. 3:40 left to go. Curran tries to get the runner. Doesn't happen, and that ball will go out of bounds off the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think Connor could have taken one more dribble there, but he was sort of, I think, expecting to be met by defense sooner.
He had a little bit of a clear path, and I think that snuck up on him.
Oh, nice job by Kyle Willis to jump that passing lane.
And there's another steal from Giacomo Serratori, I believe already his third of the contest. And Connor Curran now will come the other way as we hear some clapping from the Norwood bench. They're only down 4 here with a little over 3 minutes to go. Serratori gives it up for David Brown. Pelletier working real hard, giving Brown no breathing room. Kicks it over to Curran. He puts the shot up. That doesn't go. Eventually, Connor gets his own rebound. And it's Michael Curran that will draw the foul, I believe, against Botsis.
So, again, I think, Norwood's height there, just allowing them to gather in those offensive rebounds, and they couldn't get it to the basket to fall. They did get up the line again, so let's hope they can make Ashland pay by actually sinking a few of these this time.
Nice to see Michael Curran being so aggressive, even with those 3 fouls on him.
Absolutely.
First shot from Michael Curran doesn't go as Jeremy Tendo and Joey Manning check back in. David Brown and Giacomo Serratori will give their coach an elbow and use the hand sanitizer and take a seat. Almost some movement. Botsis did a nice job holding himself in place as Sharman eventually comes away with the rebound. Gives it over to Pelletier. Now inside for Pacha. He drives again off the front of the rim. The rebound is collected by Manning. And now here's that battle, Eric, we've been watching. Kyle Willis and Quincy Carter. Carter so active on the defensive end.
Absolutely.
Connor Curran, I think that went off his foot.
No, I guess they're going to say it was swiped away there by Pacha. Off of him.
Yeah, Sharon Pacha has looked real good as well. He's got a nose for the hoop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Connor Curran will inbound it for Brendan Pelletier. He finds Michael Curran. Michael will try to drive on the baseline, but a beautiful kick out to Manning. Manning still battling, comes away with the rebound, and he gets it to go. Joey Manning has 6 points tonight.
That was a great little pass from Michael Curran, and then Manning actually able to finish it off on the second chance, but well done.
Now back the other way for the Clockers. Brendan Pelletier inside. Tries to find Botsis, who throws a high pass up. Nice job by Tendo to tip it back, but Carter will
in there with
eventually
those quick hands of his.
The block from Joey Manning, and now he'll get it to Curran, and Norwood will reset. 2 minutes left, 22-20, Ashland advantage here in the second quarter. Connor Curran with Brendan Pelletier on him. Inside to Michael Curran, thought about going up for it, now does. And I believe that ball will go out off of number 15, Joey Manning. A couple of subs coming in for Ashland. Matt Kulaga is back, as is Rossoff.
No, you can say the Norwood's had some luck driving the baseline there a few times. Just can't get it to fall, but they're getting the shots up, and maybe something they can keep working on. Oh, nice little cut.
Beautiful pass to Pacha. Eventually Battle, and Sharman will come away with it. Here's Pacha now inside. And Kyle Willis will come back the other way. Willis now gives it up for Curran. Here to Joey Manning. Nice pass from Manning.
Nice little up fake by.
Good move there from Kyle Willis. Almost gets that to happen.
Yeah, it was a nice little up fake to then and make the turn there. Well done.
Kyle Willis starting to look a little bit more confident with the basketball in his hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've seen him so good on the defensive end and now showing off some offensive prowess, as we'll get a bench full of Currans right now with Connor and Michael checking off.
Oh, yep. So Norwood going small for the last bit of this quarter, although finding the biggest guy out there.
Joey Manning, easily their best height on the court right now, gives it up for Pacha. And it looks like there'll be a foul on the floor. And it will be Matthew Clark who has just recently entered the game. He will pick up his first foul of the contest for the Mustangs, sending Sharon Pacha to the line.
And he's not a kid you want to send to the line based on his last trip there.
Oh,
Very smooth stroke here. Okay, that was the jinx. All right.
it was bound to happen.
That was bound to
eventually.
happen eventually.
Well, Pacha will still get a second shot here.
Probability was. Eventually I'd say it, somebody would miss, right?
Second shot doesn't go. Manning battling for the rebound. And the foul will go against number 33, Matt Kulaga, as he picks up his first for Ashland. And Norwood, in the bonus, will have Joey Manning go to the line.
Yeah, it's tough to give a foul in your offensive end and end up having it come back on the, down at the line.
Well, both teams committing a lot of fouls. Norwood has 10, Ashland has 9. And here's Manning from the stripe.
Rims out. Oh, but
Saratori collects the rebound. Now back out for Willis. We are under a minute to go. Willis looks back to his coach for instructions. Now dishes it over to Jeremy Tendo. Pacha closely guarding Tendo. Tendo still has his dribble, though. Gets it over to Matthew Clark. Clark with the ball on the ground eventually gets it out.
Oh,
Manning back to Willis.
talk about some frantic basketball.
Oh, after that scramble, it'll be Willis that attempts the shot. And a foul on
stepped
the floor.
line. I like the little shake and bake from Willis there, though. You see the little head fake, and then he popped and shot. That was nice.
He kind of gave them a little bit of composure after that ball, I think, kicked off everybody's hands at some point.
Willis. Oh, look at that with his great
And
defense.
Willis will dive for it, crashes into the table, and he gets up with a couple pats on the back from Matthew Clark. The Norwood team excited about the defense from Kyle Willis, but Eric Ashland will keep it after all that.
Yeah, but still, just, they took a little time off the clock, and
Shot clock is off with 20 seconds to go. We've seen a lot from Pacha here. Moving inside, kicks it out, and that is Zarush Sharman. Doesn't go. Out to Jeremy Tendo. 8 seconds left. Let's see if Norwood plays for the last shot. Gives it up for Clark.
oh,
Matthew
geez.
Clark inside will put it high. Kulaga comes away with the rebound. And just like an outfielder throwing to home plate, just chucks the ball the other way.
Just see what he could do before the clock, the buzzer sounded.
He wanted that nowhere near his basket, and I don't blame him.
Exactly.
So after a half of action, Eric, we've got a game, 22-20, Ashland with the advantage.
Yeah, no, it's been very evenly matched, back and forth since Ashland's early run there. Very even throughout, and now both teams getting into foul trouble here a little bit. I mean, it benefits Ashland a little more, just their bench is deeper, but still some good basketball and a lot of basketball left to play.
Absolutely. I don't think we've seen a run from either team.
No, not really, not at all. Not since early on, right? Like the first Ashland lead, and then Norwood clawed their way back in, and as you point out, no run since then. It's been very back and forth.
And perhaps some of that due to all those fouls. I mean, if you're the coaches, I'm sure you want to see that cleaned up a little bit here in the second half.
I would think so. But you also want your guys, I think, playing the game they're comfortable playing, and we've seen Norwood's freshman team play aggressive defense the entire season, and so I'm sure Coach Fox doesn't want them to take their foot off the pedal too much, but he does have to be aware of the fact that he's got kids in danger of fouling out.
And that Norwood short roster, coupled with the fact that a couple of their major players who have seen a lot of contributions not active tonight.
Yeah, always tough when you've got kids on the bench unable to play, especially when these are relatively small rosters to begin with, and to have 3 guys sitting out, that's tough.
Well, they have still been real supportive on the sidelines. We saw David Brown earlier having a conversation with T.J. Wyman and Ryan Keneally, who have been really supportive of their Mustangs through this. I'm sure they're disappointed to not be out there on the court, but I'm sure we'll see them soon.
I'm sure it's eating away at them that they can't be out here helping, but they're definitely their presence is being felt by their teammates because they are cheering and supporting.
Yeah, I saw T.J. earlier taking some practice free throws. He still looks good from the line.
He does.
Inbounding it is Josh Sight, who has re-entered the game for Ashland. We didn't see a lot of him towards the end of the second quarter. And it looks like an early foul will go against Norwood.
Yeah, it's probably not how Coach Fox drew it up out of the halftime there, right?
Well, we said they want to keep playing the game they're playing. I mean, I guess they are after that one.
Yeah.
Connor Curran will collect his second. Here's Adam Rossoff. He is dangerous on the move. Puts this shot up.
See that little pass fake and then to get Curran off of him, and then nicely done there.
Adam heard me call him dangerous on that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm sure that's why that happened.
Yeah.
Here's Michael Curran back for the left-handed David Brown. And there's a beautiful take from number 14. David Brown now has 6 tonight.
That was nice. And finished well there by Brown.
And Brown will come away with this after a little confusion. Sight and it looks like Rossoff wasn't sure who had the ball. Nice pass inside. Brown finds Connor Curran, who fights for the rebound, going up against a couple players. And Connor will draw the foul. It looks like it will go against 14, Josh Sight, his third.
Connor's he's a powerful player. He goes up strong with that ball and when he goes up for the ball, he's going to rip it out of your hands if you can't get a grip on it.
Connor will shoot 2 on the shooting foul. First one is no good.
He's getting some last-minute coaching there as to form from his from the sideline.
Just a little reminder before he
Exactly.
gets it off. Here's Connor's second. Nice job by Manning to collect the rebound, and hey, it's as good as 2 made free throws after Joey Manning converts that.
Joey's just such a smooth player. He's never seems hurried. Elevates nicely. Just really good.
Very fundamentally
nice.
sound, and Giacomo Serratori, these steals are starting to rack up for him.
Oh,
Unfortunately, he throws it into the hands of Josh Sight, who will come back the other way. Sight dishes it off for Daniel Schwartz. Schwartz with the dangerous Giacomo Serratori on defense surrounding him. Fakes a pass to Sight, now gives it back running the other way. And it'll be Sight against Manning at the top of the key. A no-look bounce pass.
Yeah,
that was smooth.
it's like a heel flick in soccer.
And here's Rossoff now fading away from the basket, doesn't get it to go. And a battle for the rebound between Michael Curran and Matthew Terry.
So the jump ball and the possession arrow favors Norwood.
24-24, 6:20 left to go here in the third quarter. And David Brown will slow it down for Norwood. Gives to Connor Curran, now to Michael Curran. Back to Connor. Number 11 guarding him closely, that's Tyler Robinson. Inside pass to Michael Curran. Tries the shot over Terry. The rebound is collected by Serratori. And Giacomo does a real nice job getting it to go.
Yeah. Strong rebound there, and then went up strong to get that little bunny.
Timeout will be taken by head coach John Noel with 5:52 to go, and Norwood with a 2-point lead.
I'm curious what it is that he saw in that last exchange that caused the timeout. I mean, it's not like Norwood's jumped out to some big lead or anything, and it didn't really seem significantly different than any prior. So I'm just curious whether he's just now noticed some tendency that he's addressing, or
Yeah, well, we're seeing him drawing something up on the whiteboard, so it looks like something will be coming that way. But yeah, he was kind of stewing around a little bit on the sideline. Looks like he wanted to say something.
yeah.
And it eventually gets his team to huddle up in a strange modified huddle, as we see both of the teams doing.
Well, these huddles are not as modified as they were earlier in the season, right? When we first started this, they were standing quite a bit further apart from one another. It seems like maybe that's relaxed a bit, because that Ashland huddle looks not altogether different than I think it would have been a normal. And same with the Norwood one over there. Although, Ashland's got their entire team there listening to this. Norwood only has the kids on the floor. So
Well, both teams doing a nice job keeping the masks on, trying to keep everybody safe, and it's been a big challenge. And the athletic directors for both schools have done a great job, really making sure that all the protocols keep getting followed.
but it does just seem miserable to have to play basketball wearing a mask.
Oh,
It's
enough running without one on and
Yeah.
something obstructing your breathing.
Yeah.
Well, not obstructing it, but
yeah.
in the way, making it a little bit more difficult. Inbounding it is Tyler Robinson, and here is Daniel Schwartz out to Adam Rossoff. That starting crew is back out for Ashland.
Not sure how he got away
Rossoff
with 2 steps there, but that's okay.
eventually gets it in, and it'll be Robinson who converts for the bucket. Yeah, I wasn't sure if he took that step or not, but a nice awareness from Rossoff to get the pass off quickly. Now picking the pocket of Connor Curran is Robinson. And it looks like this one will be staying with Norwood.
No, I think it's Ashland's ball.
I'm sorry, yes, Ashland's ball. Still adjusting to the team switching sides for a moment. Inbounding it is Robinson. Rossoff almost loses it, but gains possession of it. Now throws a lob pass up. Nice job by Quincy Carter, who's now in the game to grab it. He tries to go 5-hole on Michael Curran to get it to Clay, but I think Michael just kicked it out of the way like a soccer goalie. We've seen a couple of these players already on the soccer field, two sport athletes out there. Adam Rossoff out over to Quincy Carter. Faking the shot is Rossoff. He's real deep in three-point land. Now inside to Andrew Clay. Clay off the back of the backboard, collects it. And now a battle. Michael Curran eventually comes away with it. Saratori, and now back to Connor Curran, who is controlling the possession.
Yeah, I think on those offensive rebounds, you're really just seeing Norwood's size advantage come to play.
Another steal from Robinson, and I think Connor Curran just kind of held him and prevented his progress there.
Yeah. Yeah, Robinson's really been pestering Connor there.
He's had a great start to this quarter. We see a couple subs come in. Kyle Willis comes in, so does Sharon Pacha, and Willis immediately points to Pacha and says, "I've got him." There is Carter. Carter has it stolen almost away, and finally Manning gets control of the ball. Going up against Robinson, who's already got a couple steals, and Manning eventually loses it. Here's Pacha, who loses his glasses in a quick whistle.
Yep.
Nice job by the refs being that quick to realize the glasses hit the ground. They stop play, and those lenses seem like they're okay.
Well, I think they called Willis for the foul there.
Missed that and all that confusion. Here comes Josh Sight now. Sight tries to drive inside with the right hand, doesn't go. A battle. Andrew Clay is at the bottom of it. And Clay will be called for the travel. It'll be Norwood ball. All tied up here in Norwood, 26-26. 4:15 left to go from Nolet Johnson Court.
Yeah, Norwood just hasn't really seemed like they've been able to settle in. A lot of Robinson has just really been wrecking havoc with their ability to get into their offense.
Willis drives inside, and a couple players go down real hard, and you hear Ashland excited as they are able to draw the blocking foul. I'm sorry, the charging foul. Really good aggressive take from Kyle Willis right there. Unfortunately, a little too aggressive.
Yeah.
Here's Quincy Carter now with Giacomo Saratori trailing him, and Giacomo will pick up the foul. That's his third of the contest.
So I think there are at least 4 Norwood players with 3 fouls right now.
Some foul trouble when you only have a roster of 7 players.
Yes. And a lot
Quincy
more of the game
Carter
to go.
now. Carter guarded by one of those 4 players in Saratori. Another one of them steps in, and Willis kicks it out to Pacha. Now over for Josh Sight. Sight throws it on over to Robinson. Attempting to set the pick was Sight, but Robinson keeps it now at the top of the arc. Brown on him. Manning guarding Sight. Over on the side for Quincy Carter. 7 seconds left in the shot clock. Carter no good. Willis collects the rebound for Norwood. And Kyle Willis coming back the other way again with a head of steam. Joey Manning attempts the long 2.
Oh, and gets his own rebound.
Does a nice job following up. We see a battle. The mask goes flying, and eventually a foul.
Well, just good awareness by Joey there. He saw that his shot was short, and he just came crashing in, grabbed that rebound, and then drew the foul.
And I think maybe he might have broken the mask on the play. He goes to get another one. Nice fresh mask for number 15.
Probably smells a lot better than the one he was wearing before. So that's good.
Andrew Clay was the one that picked up the foul, and we'll see a couple of subs coming in. Matt Kalaga has re-entered the game, as has Matt Terry.
And Norwood's got to be
Brendan
happy to see
Pelletier.
Robinson heading to the bench because he really has just been a pest.
Beautiful inbounds pass there to Curran, who will draw the foul and get the basket. Michael Curran will go to the line, and Eric, this team sounds excited.
Yeah, they were really pleased to see that. That was a nice little up and under by Michael, and then to get bumped as he did it. Very nice.
Michael's starting to look real smooth under that basket.
Yeah.
He's really getting that edge to his game lately. And a very excited Connor Curran jumps to get ready to come in as Curran attempts the first. Giacomo collects the rebound, out to Curran again. A little too soft on that one. And it'll come out for Pelletier, over to Quincy Carter. Manning trailing him. Carter eventually will go down, and it looks like
getting a held ball.
a held ball, correct?
Nice job by Kyle Willis there to get a hand on that.
Really good defense, and it'll be David Brown and Michael Curran subbing out as we see Connor Curran come in, as well as Jeremy Tendo. Tendo's had a nice game defensively as well. He's really been involved.
Yeah, no, his defense has been great. Those quick hands. He's tipped a lot of passes and made a few steals.
Pelletier inside to Terry. Matthew Terry taking on a couple of players, banks it in. And Matthew Terry, number 20, is on the board for Ashland, tying it up at 28.
No lead is safe here. You go up by 2 and it's a tie. Very quick. Oh,
Beautiful
nice.
give and go with Manning and Kyle Willis. Saratori comes crashing in for the rebound, and Giacomo has been flying for these rebounds the last couple of possessions.
Yeah, he is going to get that ball. And what a great cut by Kyle Willis, and just couldn't get that to finish, but that was a pretty looking play.
That little give and go and the quick pass from Joey Manning, they look great right now. Here's Quincy Carter now trying to come inside, doesn't go, but Terry collects the rebound. I think was surprised to see nobody right on him.
Yeah.
And eventually Jeremy Tendo secures it for the Mustangs and gives it back to Kyle Willis, who will slow it down, which is something almost doesn't seem like in Kyle's vocabulary, the way he plays defense.
Right. Oh, no. Oh, that was unfortunate.
Swatted away, and now Carter back the other way. Willis following him, and I think Kyle will pick up his 4th foul of the contest.
That was unfortunate. I think a little that pass surprised Joey Manning and ended up losing it.
And the scorer's table reminds Coach Fox that's his 4th. Carter's free throw will not go. Nord with a 30-28 lead. Minute 50 to go here in the third quarter as Quincy Carter attempts his 2nd free throw. A little bit of a friendly bounce, and Quincy Carter is on the board. Coming back the other way in front of our cardboard cutout fans is Connor Curran.
Connor Curran seems to be dribbling that ball with anger right now. There's like a threat there.
He really wants
what
this. Inside for Joey Manning. Joey collects his own rebound, but eventually loses it as Pelletier comes back the other way. Carter
nice.
called for it,
Oh!
and the long football pass doesn't go, and now attempting to navigate through a couple players is Kyle Willis. Carter almost gets a hand in there. Willis now working against him. Quick pass, Saratori just comes away with it with Kalaga right on him. Back out for Manning. Manning at the arc, working against Terry. Back out for Willis. Over to Curran. Here's Saratori as Curran tries the pick. Now Jeremy Tendo. Tendo with a clear pass to the basket.
Hey!
What a nice take from Jeremy Tendo.
Absolutely. What a great thing to see from him. He's always a high energy player, but doesn't often end up on the score sheet like that. And
Matthew Terry back the other way, throws it off the backboard. It doesn't go for him. And eventually Manning comes away with it. Coach Fox wants him to hold it. And a quick timeout is taken by Norwood as they had possession. But yeah, Jeremy Tendo looking real smooth on that take to the basket.
yeah, I mean, I think he's benefiting from a little extra playing time with the shorter bench, and he's taking advantage of it. You know, great on the defensive end, and that was just a nice. He recognized the lane was there, took and finished sweetly there. That was good.
No hesitation.
No.
This has been one of the best games we've seen him play.
Absolutely.
A lot of these guys for Norwood, 3 of their regular players out tonight, and they've gotten contributions from their entire bench seemingly.
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic to see.
We saw that with the girls JV team the other day. They had contributions coming off the bench from players who normally don't play as much. Always nice to see that on this level. You never know when your number is going to get called.
Yeah, absolutely. And there may be more contributions from others as kids start fouling out of this game. As see up there on the scoreboard right now, just reminding us that Kyle's out there with 4 fouls.
Yeah, that is staring right at us right now, those 4 fouls, but I don't think a lot of things slow down Kyle Willis.
No.
He works hard. 32-29, Norwood with the advantage, 38.4 seconds to go. We are in the third quarter here from Nola Johnson Court. Looks like we'll get another whistle or another buzzer sound as Ashland breaks the huddle. They will do that with Matt Kalaga, Matthew Terry, Brendan Pelletier, Adam Rossoff, and Sharon Pacha out there on the court. Kyle Willis will stay in the game, even with those 4 fouls for Norwood. He'll join Jeremy Tendo, Connor Curran, Giacomo Saratori, and Joey Manning.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Manning, a dangerous pass, and Kalaga is there for the Clockers. Matt Kalaga almost tries to get the layup to go. And it looks like the ball will be out of bounds off of Manning's hand as he wanted that one back. Pelletier will inbound it against Curran. Curran almost gets his hand in the way. Terry looking for help, eventually throws it into the hands of Kyle Willis, who goes the other way.
Oh, I just can't get that to fall.
Just too strong, but Joey Manning, look at that rebound.
Would have loved to have seen Kyle get that just to be rewarded for that great defense, but always nice to have a Joey Manning who's going to clean up there.
Joey Manning closing in on a double-double tonight. Here's Matt Kalaga. Back to Sharon Pacha. Here's a deep 3 from Rossoff. It is off the mark and goes out of bounds. 0.9 seconds.
Going to have to be a quick catch and release here, I think.
Will we see a heave here from Norwood, and who will it be?
I was gonna, if it was anybody, I was going to guess it was going to be Connor, but clearly there was no heave.
It was not, and Norwood will head to the fourth quarter to the sound of some applause and a 34-29 lead. Eric, a minute and they'll be right back out there. This feels like a fast-paced game.
It really does, although yes and no, right? I also feels like it's taking all these fouls have really slowed down the pace a bit, but it's certainly not a lot of rest for the weary there, and Norwood's going to come back out with I believe is their largest lead of the game. See if they can build on that. I think this is the first time they've actually gotten a lead and actually built on it a little bit. So see if they can do that coming out fresh in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, they've held that lead for a little while, and Ashland kind of felt like they had that little 2-point advantage for a lot of the first part of this game, and now really trying to finish as they head to this fourth quarter, but in some foul trouble.
Yep, foul trouble, and just the fact that Ashland's got the numbers. So our guys, Norwood maybe starting to feel a bit winded, a little tired, maybe not able to jump quite as high, maybe not get as much oomph on things, and see if Ashland can take advantage of their personnel advantage.
Well, we'll see if they're able to channel that energy into these final 8 minutes of action. We hope you're enjoying watching at home wherever you are. The JV game will follow this right here on NCM, a little bit of a later start, with Ashland be a little further away. But JV will be next, then varsity, so truly basketball night in Norwood. And then just stick around on NCM for Norwood news, and that can be your whole night.
There you go. Why go anywhere else? And I think you can stick around all weekend long. There's hockey on, I think maybe tomorrow there's a hockey game, at least one.
Yeah, 3 o'clock tomorrow, 5 o'clock tomorrow, late afternoon. Just tune into some hockey action from the Skating Club of Boston, our new beautiful arena. David Brown now will start the second quarter with the ball, fakes a pass. He's guarded by Josh Sight. And there's the always dangerous Tyler Robinson on defense against Connor Curran. Moving inside is David Brown coming up with the left hand. And he will draw the foul to the delight of his teammates. Fourth team foul of the evening on Ashland, and the fourth on Josh Sight, number 14.
I think he might be the only one of their players actually in any foul trouble at this point.
His counterpart 14 misses the first. Brown has already made 2 free throws today as the quartet will come in to battle for the rebound. Clay and Sight will do battle with Saratori and Curran. And eventually it is Clay that will tip it back for Sight, who collects the rebound. And now number 5, Daniel Schwartz controlling. Here's a deep 3 from Rossoff. Puts his hands to his head as he misses that one, but he'll get quickly back on defense the other way. Connor Curran now, he's got to be careful with Robinson on him.
From down here, I honestly thought that 3 was good.
He hit the net, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, it really looked like it had just gone all net, but...
If it wasn't for Schwartz's, Rossoff's reaction, I
Ooh.
would have thought differently. Nice take there from Connor Curran. He's up to 7 points tonight as he gets that field goal, his 3rd of the game to go.
Impressive to see a guy his size like slice through the defense so cleanly like that.
Speaking of slicing, Tyler Robinson gets that one. Robinson up to 9 points in addition to his numerous steals this evening. 6:48 to go. We're in the 4th quarter. 36-31. Norwood with an advantage in a seesaw type contest. David Brown, he loves taking it with that left hand. The reverse doesn't go. And another foul against Ashland. Ashland with 5 team fouls, and they have another player with 4 tonight. That's Andrew Clay. Really aggressive on the inbound is Clay working against Michael Curran. He finds Connor, quick pass to Giacomo. And Giacomo is looking a lot stronger at the rim than we've seen him in past games.
Yeah, no, he's definitely, he's a man on a mission right now, it seems like.
He is fired up. Don't get him angry.
Wow.
Look at that play. Daniel Schwartz looked back at the ref hoping for a foul, but he still collects 2 points. And Ashland answers quickly. 6:11 to go. Both teams nearing being in the bonus. Norwood with 6 fouls. Ashland with 5 as Connor Curran tries a long 2. Off the back rim, no. Curran again. This doesn't go. Saratori with the rebound. Back to Brown. Driving inside against a couple players. A little too strong. And back the other way is Sight for Ashland. Bounce pass inside. And no good off of Robinson. Second chance for Sight, no good. Schwartz with the 3. And he drains it. Daniel Schwartz has 8 points tonight. And Ashland, Eric, has cut this lead to 2.
They have. I mean, Norwood's had some great chances there, just hasn't been able to get the basket to fall. And Ashland's made them pay.
A lot of second chance opportunities for the Mustangs. Here's a deep 3, and David Brown hits a clutch shot there.
It's a nice way to answer a 3, one of your own.
I'm sure the Norwood team loves that. Brown up to 9.
Tendo
The block,
with a block
by Tendo. Clay tries the putback, and Giacomo Saratori ready to go. Jeremy Tendo continuing to have a great defensive game.
No kidding. Love to see it.
Brown now out to Connor Curran. Now Brown right in front of his coach.
Oh,
Long lob pass.
What a look. What a look. That was fantastic.
Oh, look at that connection.
Yeah, that was well done.
Beautiful pass inside. He looked like Russell Wilson or something.
Yeah, I was
didn't
just
he?
going to say it looked more like a football play. He ran the button hook and quarterback
Here's
hit him in
Schwartz, a
stride.
deep 3. Rossoff eventually comes away with the rebound. Schwartz thinks about trying it again. He won't. And he drives past a couple of players, including the outstretched hand of Michael Curran. And Jeremy Tendo will give it back up to David Brown.
Definitely been calling
43.
Jeremy's name a lot. He's been a force on both ends here. What a great
He
game
has
for
been
him.
all over the court.
Yep.
43-36, Norwood with the lead. Connor Curran with a take inside,
Oh,
and
we've
the
got our-
foul.
And we've got our first foul out there as Clay picks up his 5th.
That will be all we see tonight from Andrew Clay with 5 fouls. Connor Curran will go to the line, and Connor in double digits tonight. He has 11, hoping to add to that
Oh,
total.
wait a minute. Do you get 6 at this level?
Surprising to see him still in. We'll get you the update in a second. And here comes the referee.
Oh, I think maybe
they're
this
gonna,
is now where. Okay.
and he will be escorted off. Gets a nice little hand from his teammates.
Worked hard out there. Clearly
And-
disappointed that you can see he's frustrated with himself and with the call.
Well, he wants to play. He's been working so hard, especially on those inbounds.
Absolutely.
It'll be Brendan Pelletier entering for Ashland with 4 minutes to go. Curran takes a deep breath at the free throw line, and he gets it to go. Connor Curran with 12 points is Norwood's leading scorer so far this evening. And here is Daniel Schwartz. Fourth quarter of action, Norwood has extended their lead to 10 points, 46-36.
Ooh, nice little cut there by. Whoop. Oh.
And the foul
Yeah.
as Robinson goes in for it. Tyler Robinson getting the bucket.
Yeah, he saw that lane and he took it.
Tyler Robinson, just like Connor a little earlier, 11 points, hoping to add to that total. He is Ashland's leading scorer at the moment. And he does indeed add to that total. 12 tonight for number 11, Tyler Robinson. He's looked real good for the Clockers.
Yeah, he's a talented player, no doubt.
3:46 to go. Norwood holding a 7-point advantage, 46-39. Ashland is in the bonus now, though, after that last foul against Norwood. And there's the same play we just saw earlier. Brown with a beautiful pass into Curran as he gets it to go. Connor Curran will add to that total.
Yeah, that was a
Schwartz.
nice little. Oh, and then a strong rebound on the other end.
The fadeaway attempt from Daniel Schwartz. He seems to like that move.
Yes.
David Brown now calling out some signals. Norwood has extended their lead to 9. Joey Manning sizes up Josh Sight. Remember, Sight has 4 fouls. Inside, Manning will get a friendly roll as he has his 6th bucket of the evening. 50
Norwood's
to
off-ball
39.
movement right now has just been fantastic. They're finding all the soft spots on that defense.
They're playing with each other really well. Coach Fox saying no foul. Trying to attempt the shot was number 12, Pelletier, and eventually it's put in. Robinson collects 2 more points for Ashland. We see the JV squad starting to line up in the distance as this game does not have much time left in it. 2:30 to go. Tendo back to Saratori. Here's David Brown. Out to Joey Manning, working against Sight. Manning takes it inside, collects the rebound, tries to go up again.
Oh man, that's unfortunate. Norwood had that, but they took it away from one another. Oh,
Oh, look at that, around the back.
yeah.
Going around the world is Tyler Robinson for those 2 points. He kind of moved the ball around his whole body, and I think it was necessary as his defender was right there. Here's Brown with under 2 minutes to go. Pelletier is right on him. Brown a bounce pass inside, but he'll find Rossoff instead. Adam Rossoff coming the other way, working against Connor Curran. No foul called as Curran goes to the ground. Rossoff looked like he wanted it.
So Norwood's really got to start, I think, taking more time off that shot clock. Is they've got a lead they want to protect. Let's get that game clock down.
Yeah, it might look like a 7-point lead, and they feel pretty good with it, but no lead safe as we've seen so many times from this court this year.
Yep. Well, and with Ashland in the bonus, right? You get foul, and then they're suddenly at the line scoring without any time going off the clock. So
Let's see what they draw up here. It'd be interesting to see if Norwood decides on the offensive end to go against Sight if he's back out there. Sight, number 14 for Ashland, has 4 fouls, but he's also shown an ability to be one of Ashland's better rebounders.
yeah, no doubt. Now you see the JV teams sneaking around the edge of the divider there to watch their younger brethren.
Always nice to see that they're supporting their potentially future teammates.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of these freshmen, hopefully, I imagine we're going to see many of them next season wearing Norwood uniforms once again.
Yeah. Well, you certainly can't. You're looking at how these Norwood kids have played. You've got to assume they're going to be on the JV team at least, right? There's some good players out there.
We've seen a lot of contributions all over. And for both sides, they have made this a really entertaining game so far.
Yeah.
We hope you're enjoying it, and if you're on Comcast, channel 1072 to watch us in HD, you could be seeing this game really up close. Michael Curran now is back in the game. We haven't seen much from him in the fourth quarter. And Sight was the one that fell down. And it will be Eventually, somebody coming to get the ball. David Brown will be the one inbounding it against Tyler Robinson for Ashland. Brown taps the ball, gives it over to Curran. Michael Curran inside for Manning. Jumping up and down a whole lot is Pelletier. Somehow saving it is Brown.
What an effort play there.
Michael Curran doesn't get it to go, does battle with sight, and eventually comes away with the rebound to Daniel Schwartz.
So Norwood doesn't want to let Ashland score quickly in this possession.
A minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Adam Rossoff over to Tyler Robinson. He's Ashland's leading scorer. Now a long two from sight. He will get that to go, and a three, and it'll be 50-46 Norwood. Brown now. Manning thinks about it, but wisely makes the second pass into Curran, who eventually follows it up with the basket. Michael Curran has 8.
So that first shot was just a self-pass, I think. That was all that was.
He was just getting himself ready for it, right?
Exactly.
Now a deep three off the hand of Sight doesn't go. Trying to do battle for the rebound is Robinson, but Manning comes away with it, gives it up for Saratori, and now David Brown. It'll be David Brown with 21 seconds. The shot clock is off, and I believe that we will see a foul against Robinson.
Yep. And now with Norwood in the bonus, they'll go to the line on this one, I believe.
And here's where you make your proverbial money on the free throw line. David Brown has been good from there tonight for Norwood. He has a couple free throws made. That was very early on in the contest, so he hasn't been here in a little while. Norwood will opt to go with only one rebounder. The first of the 1-and-1 doesn't go. Nice rebound from Josh Sight. Now a long pass over to Robinson. Drives inside. Tyler Robinson is good. 6th bucket of the evening from Tyler Robinson, and now it'll be Rossoff committing the foul and sending Connor Curran to the line with only 5.4 left.
Yep, it's a 4-point lead. Kind of hard to get 4 points in the final 5 seconds, but Connor can make it even harder by sinking these free throws.
We'll see as it goes, as Curran will attempt his first. The first of the 1-and-1 is good for Connor Curran, and he puts it that much more out of reach for Ashland.
Yeah, these are the pressure-filled free throws, right? This is
no rebounders in the key for Norwood. Curran makes the second. Here coming the other way. Schwartz puts up a three, doesn't go, and the buzzer will sound.
Very fitting there for Joey Manning to get that final rebound, I think.
Norwood with a complete performance with a shorthanded team. Eric, they really came together as a team tonight, didn't they?
They really did it. They looked a little discombobulated at the start of the game, but they settled down, started playing their game, and really gave Ashland everything they could handle, and ended up with the 6-point victory. And credit to Ashland, good team there. There was no panic in them. Played hard the entire time. It was an entertaining basketball game.
Yeah, both teams back and forth. I felt like as much as with all those fouls, we were really entertained this evening, like you just said. Yeah. Ashland played really well. Tyler Robinson with 16 points was their leading scorer.
Wow.
He looked fantastic.
Yeah, no, he definitely was, I think, a standout player on their side. It became more and more obvious as the game went on.
But he was matched by 16 points from Connor Curran. I believe Joey Manning was close, if not achieving a double-double there. And Jeremy Tendo, we saw perhaps his best game in a Mustang uniform.
Fantastic. Yep, so that was a great game of basketball, and we got another one coming right up as the Norwood JV will now face the Ashland JV, so stick around for that if you can. I'm Eric Bodenhofer on behalf of Joe Pinola, our camera operator Mike O'Donnell, and our producer Brian Dunn. Thank you very much for joining us. We hope you'll come back for the next 2 games tonight, and if not, we'll see you some other time. So thank you very much, and good night.
Take care, folks.